Hello there, my name is Ezra Manulang, and this time I try to make an explanation about the doctrine of the Trinity and the most practical doctrine, as the most practical doctrine. The first thing that I want to tell you is about the two terms are ways of speaking about the life and the work of God. The first terms is the economic Trinity. You see, this is the picture. The economic Trinity refers to three phases or manifestations of God's activity in the world. And the Latin phrases of this modus ad extra, which means that we're talking about God as creator, which always relate to the creature. And the second is the immanent Trinity. The immanent Trinity refers to reciprocal relationship of Father, Son, and the Spirit to each other, considered apart from God's activity in the world. And this is the picture of the immanent Trinity. You can see this. The Latin phrases for this is ad intra, which means we are talking about God's inner life. And Karl Rahner, in his adorable Theology, said the immanent Trinity is the intra-divine self-communication. According to Lacugna, the central theme of all Trinitarian theology is about relationship, God's relationship with us and our relationship with one another. The doctrine of the Trinity is not an abstract conceptual paradox about God's inner life or a scientific equation or even mathematical puzzle. There is not the doctrine of the Trinity. The doctrine of the Trinity, in fact, the most practical of all doctrines. The doctrine of the Trinity is ultimate a practical doctrine with radical consequences for Christian life. This is the book of Catherine Maury Lacugna that was the thesis of this book. So what for that we know the doctrine of the Trinity? What makes the doctrine of the Trinity to be a practical doctrine? That doctrine becomes the most practical doctrines is when there were radical consequences of our life, of Christian life especially. So that is the depict enough from the economic Trinity. And the second book is Paul Fides, in his book Participating in God, a pastoral doctrine of the Trinity, say that the experience of God is not the three personal realities is in isolation from each other, but of person in relation, always interweaving, always interpenetrating each other. So how can we act the divine love as well as the relation of the immanent Trinity? In my opinion, we have to make Jesus our example. We have to see Jesus as our example. We have to see Jesus as our role model. This is the picture. So why must Jesus? Because only Jesus, for me, that have one substance and two person. He's not only 100% God, but also 100% human. So if you want to join the love, the divine love of God, you have to do what Jesus has done. You have to love on one another as the way of Jesus loving one another. That is from me, Ezra Manulang. Thank you very much.